Hi, welcome back. And if you don't know who I am, if you've never been to my channel before, I'm Clayton. And I do a little bit of everything, kind of letting you get to know me and kind of talking about things that I enjoy. And that's exactly what I'm going to do today. This is a very special video to me because it's something that I love so much. And that is going to be all about music. So, my favorite music and some of the cool things that I have, like related to music, that I think that other people would enjoy too, right? Okay, so I'm gonna jump right into it. The first thing I'm gonna do is I have all of it right beside me. That's why I'm looking this way. Um, the first thing that I'm gonna do is talk about some of the albums that like shaped my childhood. I was born in 1998, so like peak childhood for me was like 05, 06, 07, 08, that kind of time around then. So first to start off is Camp Rock 1 and Camp Rock 2. Now, when these movies came out, I was probably about 10, and I remember watching the very first one on Disney Channel, and I was like, oh my god, Demi Lovato ate everybody up, okay? There's no competition at all. At all. And I was right. But I had this one specifically, the first one. There's like cracks in this case because I took it everywhere I went. And you can see the back too is like, oh my god, how old am I? That's what it's giving me. And it says on the back, unlock more rock. Please insert CD into your computer to access exclusive content. Oh my god, I'm gonna do that later actually, because I never did that. So, but no, those movies, oh my god, I had such a great time, and I thought, nobody else will ever outdo this. Like, who will ever, nobody will ever touch it, right? That's what I thought. Okay, so that was such a big thing for like my childhood. And going on to the next one, so was this. Now, it's kind of cringy these days because I'm 25, but this is, God, what year was this? Does it say? 2005, okay. Kidz Bop 8, right? And on the back of this, the ones that I love the most, it had the Since You've Been Gone with Kelly Clarkson, I Don't Want to Be with Gavin DeGraw, and then it had Rich Girl with Gwen Stefani, and I loved all of those songs. Again, I took this everywhere with me. I had my little compact CD player, and I would just, take it, and I would put my headphones on, and I was, I thought I was the shit, okay? I had such a great time, and that's where my love for, like, music that's, like, soulful, like, vocals, okay? This is where it started, with the Kelly Clarkson cover, okay? So that, again, was a huge thing for me. I loved it so much. Still do. I love Kelly Clarkson so much. Now, this is going into more, I was a little bit older by this time, so, and all of my, 90s, 2000s kids will be able to resonate with this, I feel like. So, High School Musical 2, right? I also took this everywhere. I loved it so much. I loved it so much. I don't even know, is it still in there? Yeah, it is. Like, doesn't that just scream, like, 2000s to you? Like, oh my god. This brings back so many memories for me because I just loved it so much. And again, it's also broken because I took it everywhere. And I mean, I guess that's how you know it's loved, right? But like, my love for music started around this time, and I was buying all these CDs, or like telling my dad, get these CDs for me because I love them so much. I love music, and it's like something I'm really passionate about. I enjoy it. And he was like, sure. So that's where it kind of started off. And this is another example of like the older stuff that I have. So this has like California Girls by Katy Perry, and Bulletproof, and Riding Solo, and all these old songs. And then they would do, the four on the bottom of the people who were like less well known at that time. And on here is Jeanette McCurdy and Sky Ferreira. And I think those are the only two that I know off of that, but this does have Kissing You by Miranda Cosgrove on it. And I will still listen to that song, like genuinely. I will still listen to that. So, that's about like the oldest stuff. And then now, can you tell I'm like excited? I love this so much. Okay, this is going into high school, right? Going into high school, I had these two, which is just the two Paramore albums that are my absolute favorite, right? Paramore cannot be beaten. Hayley Williams is one of the greatest singers on the planet. And I will stand by that until I die. I will not be taking opinions because I am speaking the truth, right? I wore these out back when I first got them. So they're both well used. I love Paramore, I still do. Although their rock, hard rock kind of phase, like the whole 2000s aesthetic, that hit differently for me when I was in high school. And still does now. I don't like the poppy type stuff because that's just not what I have come to expect from Paramore, right? But everybody has their creative freedom. Everybody has their, type of thing they want to do, and they went in a different direction than I thought they would, and that's fine. So, those are the two Paramore albums. I have so many things over here, but you know what? This one isn't going to take long because if you've been watching me for a while, you know, and I've said this, probably more than once, my favorite artist ever to walk the earth, ever to live, was Whitney Houston, right? So, over here, I have everything that she ever released, right? Everything. All of them. And, I bought all of these because, back when most of these, well, all of these came out actually because her last album came out in 2012. There were CD players everywhere. And that was what you used to listen to your music. Oh my God, it's Christmas. I'm going to have to listen to this, actually. Now, I have so many of these. Like, this is taking longer than I thought it would because there are more than I thought there were. Anyway, this is the very last album she released, which is so, so sad. I miss her so much. And I remember the night that she died, I heard it on the radio, right? Because it was February 11th of 2012. And I heard that on the radio and I was like, oh my God, I want to go with her. Like, I laid down and I did not move for hours. And I was 14 when that happened. So, that was prime teen, like angst time. I thought that my world had ended, right? And there will never be another artist that touches her or like moves me like she does, okay? Never. And if you haven't listened to her music, go and do that now. Like, I highly, highly recommend go and do that. And if you don't know where to start, just literally click something because all of it's good, right? Okay, all of it is good. And now that my Whitney Houston rant is over, because I could talk about that for a very, very long time, but I'm not going to do that to y'all. We're going to talk about 3 of the greatest albums ever made that I think were ever made, plus a little surprise at the end, right? Number 1, and these are on vinyl, by the way, is Whitney Houston, right? Whitney Houston, 1987. This is her second album. And it's so cool how they just made things back then. And you can see, like, the size of this. It's backwards, of course it is. Okay, so this is, like, the insert, right? And then, of course, you've seen the vinyl. So it's like, this is what it looks like. And on the back of this page is like all the lyrics to all of the songs, which is something that I wish they would still do, but I really miss like physical media, right? I love the idea of having it, like it can't, be taken off of a streaming service and then you just don't have it anymore. Like, it's mine and I own it. I miss that a lot, and it's something that I think that we should bring back, okay? So that was Whitney. The second album that I'm going to bring up is another one of the hits, the absolute hits that I think is just one of the best ever made, specifically one song on here, Hotel California, with a guitar solo. And this is the album by the Eagles titled Hotel California, right? And it's gorgeous. I still listen to this probably once or twice a week, especially Hotel California. My favorite song ever. And they look at just the amount of work that went into making this. And this was like mass produced. So like look at the amount of work that went into printing that and making that. And I just, oh my God, this makes me just want to like look. And it has the lyrics right here to Hotel California, like right on the side, if you can see. It has them right there. And, you know, things aren't like that anymore, you know. And I miss, like, the physical media era. I really do. Because, like, yeah, it's really convenient to stream things. But at the same time, I can't hold it. You know, like, it's not physically in my hands. Okay. All right, now, in first place for me is Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. And this album, I don't think I have to even say anything, because if you're between the ages of like 1 to 100, you know how good that this album is. And this has Dreams, it has Go Your Own Way, it has The Chain on it. They're so good, so many good songs and so many hits on this album. And then, you know, on the back again, artistic, right? So pretty, and so pretty on the front too. I absolutely adore this album. It's one of the greatest albums ever made. To me, it's the greatest, right? Okay, so the fun part of this, right? I collect vinyl. I have a lot. And I have a lot from the 60s and 70s and 80s, right? But I also have a lot from the 1930s and 40s, okay? So I want you to take a look at this. Okay, so you see, this is really big. This is a 78. Is what this is called. So, you're gonna, like, you see how thin that is, right? Okay, now, look at this. This is a record of, let's see, Desperate Desmond from around 1925 to 1930, okay? So this is what it looks like. And this is how thick it is. It's like, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's not even vinyl. Like, it might be a type of vinyl, but it's not. It's very heavy. This is probably like half of a pound easy. And I'm not sure if this will play. I have a whole box of these over there. And some of them play. Like, I've tried them, they play. And some of them don't. I'm not sure if this one does, but I think that this is the oldest one I have. Because it says grand prizes. Paris, 1900. St. Louis, 1904, and Milan, 1906. Okay? And it's the Columbia Phonograph Company. And Columbia still makes music, obviously. So, and it says this may not be resold in the U.S. for less than 65 cents. So think about this. This is 2 songs in a physical form for 65 cents, okay? Now think about how much you pay for like a streaming service. So my Apple Music is $4.99 because I'm still using the student thing, even though I'm not in college anymore. Don't tell nothing. Don't say nothing. I didn't say that. So, yeah. Can you tell how much I just love doing this? How much I enjoy it? Like, music is such a beautiful thing, right? It's such a beautiful medium to express how you feel. And for me, especially, these 3 albums that I showed you are things that I use in my daily life. When I'm sad, I'll like want to cheer up, I'll listen to one of these songs. And when I'm like cheered up and I want to be sad, because sometimes you have those times, you're like, well, I'll pick one of these and I'll listen to Desperado by the Eagles and it'll make me sad. And music is just so expressive and it's so beautiful and I love it so much, and I just can't imagine like going a day without having music to listen to. And with that, I think that's all I have for today. If you enjoyed, please like this video and subscribe and share it with your friends. And let me know in the comments what you want to see more of, because I really enjoy doing this, and I have a lot of shit in my room, okay? I have a lot of things to go through and be like, hey, I have this, this is cool. Yeah, because I love talking about these things, right? So just please, like I said, leave a suggestion, message me on Instagram, do whatever, okay? Thank you so much for watching this if you made it this far. And as I said, subscribe, like for more. And I will see you next Tuesday at 5. All right, bye.